Hey everybody, it's CJ. Welcome to the Rundown. Tonight it's me and TC Restani one-on-one up in the palatial podcast penthouse. So stick around. We're going to take a quick word from one of our sponsors, and when we come back, we're going to start the Rundown.
This is Ricky Bittman, host of Ricky Bittman's Jukebox Podcast. I want to thank all my fans for making my podcast one of the top podcasts in the country. From the bottom of my heart and the bottom of my co-host Galen Santopadre's heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. Up, up, and away, hey!
CJ, kicking back on the Rundown. I got my friend and producer, the incredible TC Restani, is in the studio with me.
I wouldn't say incredible.
I would.
All right, well, maybe you can say incredible, but there's only one incredible, and that's the Incredible Hulk.
You know, Lou Ferrigno is going to be at the Comic-Con coming up next month in Rhode Island.
He's going to jack his prices if he doesn't get his way.
I don't know.
I don't know. Listen to me. I'm checking my prices because people come in the room and they don't know who I am. And then I say, listen to me. I was the Incredible Hulk.
And then, you know what? I love Lou. Lou's a great guy.
Yeah.
But you got to remember something, Lou. That show was on almost 50 years ago, and that 13-year-old kid walking by knows the Incredible Hulk as a CG character now.
Unbelievable. See, and I got my balloon fucking popped because I was talking to Ricky Bittman, and he told me he was a great guy. And then I talked to you and South Boston Jeff, and I heard just the opposite. He's not very fan-friendly.
Well, he is kind of fan-friendly, but he's moody and he changes his prices. I think he's a great guy because I've met him a bunch of times in different situations, and he's moody and whatnot. But I'm not, if Lou was in the room, by himself sitting, I'd go over and start up a conversation with Lou.
Of course.
I mean, because the guy's a legend.
Absolutely.
So, but just the fact that he does the the bait and switch with the price deal at the conventions and whatnot.
So what's he go from like $20 to $120?
I think he starts usually at like 40, 50, and then jacks it up to 60, 70 because he used to see. He used to go to these conventions and he would see other people, charging like $100 and they had a line out the window.
Right.
And then he had, no line at $20 and he's like, well, maybe if I raise my prices, they'll think I'm more important and whatnot. But, Lou, like I said, the show was on 50 years ago.
It's a shame, too. You know who I want to meet is the Hoff. Okay, I'm
David
dying
Hasselhoff.
to meet David Hasselhoff. He doesn't do these conventions.
He doesn't have to.
But I want him to.
I met him on Broadway. Me and Jeff met him on Broadway back, I don't know, like 15 years ago.
I need a night ride. I pitch a sign.
Very nice guy. Very nice guy. Very tall guy, too.
Yeah.
He's, deceiving when you watch him on TV.
Well-read, too.
And he's a super music star over in Germany. So
Really?
He's a rock star over there.
Oh, the Hoff.
The Hoff.
Who are you looking forward to meeting down at the Comic-Con?
Which one? The one in Rhode Island?
Yeah, the one we're going to. We're going on a road trip.
Honestly, let's see here. Well, my good friend Quincy Briscoe is dying to meet, what's his name? The guy from Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, he played Little Enos there. What's his name? The singer, the guy who wrote all the songs. I can't believe I forgot his name right now. I feel embarrassed because of that. He wrote the Love Boat theme.
I don't know. I'm going to have to Google this.
I've been up for like 14 days straight, so I'm losing my faculties here. The Love Boat.
Paul Williams.
Thank you. I was going to say
As
John.
soon as you started singing, it clicked.
It didn't click. Like I said, I've been up for 14 days doing stuff for Restani Productions, as you saw on the Twitter.
And the studio looks fantastic.
Looks good. My crew did an outstanding job and whatnot. But we're not done yet. We're not done. But that's why I had the brain fart there for Paul Williams. We love you, Paul Williams. Quincy Briscoe is a huge fan of Smokey and the Bandit, and he's going to go insane when he meets Paul Williams.
Yeah, he loves him.
He loves him. He loves Smokey and the Bandit. Who am I? You know what? I'm looking forward to meeting Vicki Lawrence.
Yeah, Mama.
Because I thought that show was way ahead of its time.
Right.
I mean, she was like Jiminy Glick before Jiminy Glick.
And she's getting up there.
She's got to be pushing 80 easily.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Carol Burnett show started in the 60s.
Unbelievable. And she's still going strong.
And she's still going strong. And, well, I don't know. She just started doing conventions. recently.
Unbelievable.
But I think the reason they're doing them all is because Hollywood, as of this recording, is still on strike.
Right.
And,
they need to make some money.
They need cash. So, once you start seeing Robert De Niro showing up at Comic-Cons, you know that Hollywood's in trouble.
And you called this. I mean, all due respect, you called this. I mean, especially, after the pandemic, you said they're going to be coming out of the woodwork to these conventions.
Sure.
And it's exploding. It's just not Jason Momoa anymore.
No.
We're getting some very obscure stars that I'm looking forward to meeting Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed.
And that's the exact picture I'm going to have him sign, not one from The Mandalorian and the crew from The Breakfast Club.
Minus Emilio Estevez.
Poor Emilio's got to come on board and get down there to Rhode Island. Come on, Emilio.
He's a good guy. I know people that have met him and whatnot. All the Sheens are very personable people.
Right. You've met Charlie.
I have not met Charlie. I met Martin, excuse me. Yes, his brain ain't working that way. Yeah, me and Marty Sheen go back like that. I actually met him when he was filming The Departed back in 2005 or something like that.
And that was great because you had all those stars down here in Boston. You had Leo DiCaprio down here. You had Mark Wahlberg down here. You had Alec Baldwin. You had
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. I mean, crazy. I mean, we all know the story of Jeff getting Jack Nicholson to sign his picture, and then he threw the pen in
the ocean,
in the Mystic River.
That's right. You know what? Like I said, like a lot of these people are coming out of the woodwork now. I like to see a few more people come out of the woodwork and do them. I would love to see Daisy Ridley do Comic-Cons.
I would too. Big Ray fan.
I would wait in line for her just to say hi.
Yep, I would love it. I mean, I have her autograph. I had to buy it, but I do have it. But I would love to meet her.
Right. She's on my top list of people that I would love to meet at a Comic-Con.
Absolutely.
Her, Emmy Rossum from Shameless. Oh,
ooh.
I would. Oh, yeah. I would walk 100 miles, whatever that song is, she's on the top of the list. But not only is she extremely beautiful,
right?
Let's just get down to brass tacks. She's gorgeous. She's one of my top favorite women of all time, but she's wicked talented.
Right.
I mean, you ever heard her sing like opera and shit? I mean, the girl is like a superstar, and it's just, people are just going to have her as the Shameless chick, Daisy Ridley on the other hand, I don't know if she can sing, but I did see her sing with Barbra Streisand once.
She doesn't have to sing.
She's just Daisy Ridley.
She just exists. You're right, exactly.
Forget Daisy Duke. We got Daisy Ridley out there.
Please come to a convention.
I'm sure she will now that she's back in the Star Wars fold.
So?
I mean, what else is she going to do? I mean, what's she going to do? Murder on the Orient Express 2?
I don't know. She's been quiet. I mean, she left Twitter. No, she's back on Instagram.
She's back on Instagram. She got married.
Yeah, she
married some dude.
Believe it.
Yeah.
Well, Star Wars made her a popular person.
I think she knew him before Star Wars, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they were high school friends, but he's an actor himself.
Right.
And I think they met on some little independent film or some bootleg production, whatever. Lucky him, but, marriages don't last.
No. Is this her, right.
This is her first marriage. I mean, is she even 30 yet?
I don't know.
If she is, she's either late 20s or just 30.
Yeah, she's a young girl.
She's a very young girl. When she got that Star Wars gig in 2013,
right?
When she was probably early 20s or whatnot. But yeah, everybody's doing Comic-Con these days. I think you should be doing Comic-Cons now with the rundown.
Me?
Yeah, you should be doing these rundown shows at Comic-Cons and bring these people over and chat with them.
Well, that's a good idea. We should definitely take this on the road. The rundown on the road.
That's right. And, this is the first time publicly we talked about it on a future episode that hasn't aired yet. But the rundown, you've changed the name.
I did. And before we get into that, Daisy's 31.
She's 31.
31.
My God, do I feel like an old man.
We did. We changed the name. We started out as the Retro Rundown, and we changed the name to The Rundown. And there was a reason for that. We're going to be having a lot of guests that are going to be coming on the show, and not all of them are guests that are going to be concentrated in the retro realm.
They're not retro inclined, is what you're saying?
Correct. So, and I thought we'd expand a little bit. I'm going to be going to Comic-Cons. I'm going to be going to some... you got
a concert thing you're going to be going to backstage.
That's right. We're going to be covering, concerts on the road, talking to different people, getting out on the road, getting some video. So I wanted to take a look at the show and change the name up, and I thought that the rundown was perfect.
There you go. I saw you recently on a video interview on the Scuttlebutt.
You did.
And I saw you in one of your little Star Wars rooms.
How'd I look?
You look great. I mean, I saw your posters and whatnot in the background. I mean, you have a massive collection in your home.
I do.
And you have a perfect place to put your Zoom camera anywhere. What a tremendous background in there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, is that going to be a recurring thing? You going to be back on the Scuttlebutt anytime soon?
Roe's a great guy. Of course, he's the host of the Scuttlebutt podcast on YouTube. And he loves Star Wars. And his entire show is pretty much concentrated in talking about Star Wars. Eventually, sometimes he ventures out and talks about different things in pop culture, but I would love to get back on his show. He has a quality broadcast. He's a great guy. And I had a lot of fun doing it. And we got censored.
Why? What happened? Did you show something that Ahsoka shouldn't be showing?
Yeah, we got Disneyed. What happened was that we were in the lower left-hand corner while we were doing the live broadcast. We were engaging with the chat. We were talking about the episode. And Roe was showing a few clips of the past episode, and all of a sudden, all the screens went blank.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so we got censored because we were showing material we shouldn't have been showing. Disney came in, gave us the old dick slap, and said, nope. Took us off the air. We were off the air for about, 3 minutes, and then we came back. So poor Roe had to go back and edit all that out and put the broadcast back up
Disney's
on YouTube.
problem, for crying out loud?
We practically sold the show for them, TC.
It's not like, would they have banned Siskel and Ebert back in the day?
No. I mean, did they, it's not like I'm Howard Stern, for Christ's sake. We're talking about Ahsoka.
Right. You're talking about Ahsoka, and you're on a YouTube channel, and Disney just, get the stick out. Get the lightsaber out of your ass, all right?
And it really pales in comparison because there's a lot of broadcasts that are out there. There's a lot of podcasts, a lot of video podcasts that are out there, and there's a lot of people that put up content on YouTube and other social media venues and things like that where they either put the entire episode up there, or they cut a super trailer, or they show all kinds of spoilers, and they never get sanctioned.
Well, did they put in it parody or spoof or something in the comments?
No, and we were a serious show. We were just, we were pumping the tires.
I watched it. You guys were serious. It was like, that's good because this is something you've been passionate about for most of your life.
Right.
I mean, other than the first 6 years of your life, when there was no Star Wars in existence.
Right. The dark times.
The dark times, but you guys love it, and I was enjoying it, and I'm sure a lot of other people were enjoying it as well. Just, I think just Disney gets jealous, I think, in a way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because they're not making any money off of it.
No.
Eventually what's going to happen is Disney will start up their own Star Wars show on YouTube. I know they have during the, celebrations and whatnot, they have their little bootleg Star Wars show, and they have these annoying hosts that you just want to slap.
Yeah, I mean, and it seems to be the only IP that pulls this shit with people on the air and doing broadcasts, doing podcasts and stuff like that. If we were doing a horror movie one and we were showing clips of Evil Dead, I'm sure as hell as Bruce Campbell wouldn't have sanctioned us.
Well, you know what? Ricky Bittman used to do a show called Ricky Bittman's Kung Fu Theater.
Okay.
And we used to show clips from Bruce Lee movies.
Right.
YouTube yanked them.
Yanked all the episodes.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
One of them we couldn't even upload because it kept sending us warnings, copyright infringement, copyright. These are Bruce Lee movies from the 70s, all right?
Unbelievable.
It's like, I'm sure someone owns the copyright. Yeah, I agree with that. But it's just like, we're not showing the entire movie. We're showing like a 30-second clip.
Exactly, and that's exactly what Roe did. He showed very small 10 to 20-second clips and didn't really show anything that was spoiling in terms of the overall plot. But, we got yanked.
Yeah, eventually someone's going to have to create a dark YouTube.
I wonder if it's software. I mean, these can't be people sitting at YouTube headquarters.
It's not some little guy with glasses going, warning, 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 Will Robinson. There's none of that crap going on. It's an algorithm that picks up on something.
Unbelievable.
And, back in the day, you could, if you were editing in an editing software, you could put a filter over it and it would wipe out all that copyright stuff.
Right.
They don't have that anymore.
No.
It's like when we were kids, when you could take 2 VCRs and copy your favorite movie.
Right.
And then they put that something on the magnetic tape that made it impossible, unless you had to go out and buy one of those little black boxes and whatnot to bootleg a movie. But at that point in time, is it really worth spending like $300 on the black box when you can just buy the damn movie?
Yeah. I mean, they make it super easy nowadays.
What are you drinking anyway?
Well, a little whiskey and a little whiskey sour. So, I mean, you know how it is here at Restani Studios. I came in early. I took a dip in the heated pool. We're up on the 18th floor. So, went outside, watched the sun go down, came in, poured myself a drink, got ready for the show.
Abby wasn't out there sunbathing again, was she?
I haven't seen Abby in a few weeks.
Neither
is she
have
on
I.
vacation still?
She could be on vacation. I know. I was talking with her today, and she was all excited. She got hair extensions.
I saw that.
She tweeted it out and whatnot.
They look great.
It's like, whatever, go ahead.
She did get the solo cups, though.
She did.
She
did.
ordered them in bulk.
Because Ricky Bitton was a little ticked off.
Ricky, if you're listening, there's 6 cases of solo cups here at the studio.
He's on vacation. He's on the Cape. He texted me he saw a shark off of one of the beaches, a great white.
Unbelievable. See, they're all on vacation. The entire Restani crew's on vacation, except me.
And the person whose last name is Restani.
That's right.
Doesn't have a vacation.
No.
All right. Been working 14 days straight here. Abby, if you're listening.
Because what's your slogan? We
never close. Okay.
That's right.
You know, I'm not saying I never sleep. You know, it's not doing that in the new one. And of course, Bull's been hounding me, and Jeff's doing his thing, and all the people at Restani Productions and whatnot. And we're always looking for new talent down here as well. So,
that's right.
I mean, you are our latest acquisition down here at Restani Productions.
I love it down here.
Even though I've known you for like 8 years.
Right.
I've always convinced. I say, listen, CJ, you want a punk? I'll do one. I feel like I do. And here you are. And you tonight we just recorded another one. And I don't know when it's going to air. If it's going to be before or after what you're listening to right now.
Right.
But you can always find them on the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/AfterHoursTC.
That's a good shout out. Thank you very much.
Look
is for the Rundown, the newly named The Rundown.
I heard you're going to be getting some stickers made.
I am. You know, I got a bone to pick with the promotions department.
That's not my end.
I've got 3 giveaways. Okay, 2 of them have already been awarded to winners. Third one is still running right now. My stickers are still up in the air. I haven't gotten any of that. I've got rally rags. I've got stickers. I've got posters.
What's a rally rag?
Yeah, rally rags are really cool. Like, you've never seen like those rally towels at games, at sporting events.
You think I go to sporting events?
Hey, it's like a super face cloth, but it says Rundown. The Rundown.
Can I blow my nose in it?
You could if you want.
All right. That's always, you need those things.
Waiting on all my swag.
Rally rags.
Yeah, and my hat. I ordered myself a hat.
See, I'm not a hat person. I've never really worn hats.
I live in them.
Well, why is that? You like them?
Yeah, I mean, they're comfy and they keep my head warm.
Well, that's what.
And I get to promote my favorite sports teams or whatever I want.
Right now, you have a big B on there.
That's right, Boston Red Sox.
I know what that is right there. I obviously have a Red Sox shirt on now as well.
That's right. I'm wearing my Alex Verdugo shirt.
Who?
My game shirt. Alex Verdugo.
Didn't he host Jeopardy?
No, he's an outfielder for the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, that was Alex Trebek. So.
That's right.
Wasn't Alex P. Keaton? Was it from Family Ties?
No. But I would love to meet Alex P. Keaton. I want to meet Michael J. Fox. He is on my top 5 to meet.
You had the opportunity and you missed it.
He got sick and left.
Oh, well, that's probably true. I was there that weekend. It was back in 2018, and
Right.
he got sick. Well, the poor guy does have Parkinson's disease and whatnot. And, God bless him and whatnot.
Right.
But he does show. I think as of this recording, he's out in Salt Lake City at a convention this weekend. You could easily get a plane out there.
Are you paying for it?
I didn't hear that. What did you say?
Are you paying for it?
I think,
do I have to call Abby?
You have to call Abby. And, well, you know how hard that is to get in contact with her.
We couldn't even get fucking solo cups. You want me to get a plane ticket to Salt Lake City?
Well, I'm sorry.
Well,
there's always great.
We're taking the Rundown on the road in December.
The run in December.
Yeah, we're going back to the future in December.
Oh, I don't want to jinx it right now, but
That's a possibility, though.
It's blizzards besides and whatnot.
I have a 4-wheel drive.
Okay, well, fine. Well, we will be going back to the future. We're not going to mention anything right now. I don't want to jinx it.
All right,
because
but I want to pique interest.
You're gonna pique an interest and whatnot. We're definitely going to go on the road because you're going to go to the Rhode Island Comic Con. You're going to other Comic Cons. You need to seriously come down to the one in New Jersey that me and South Boston Jeff go to called Chiller Theater.
Oh, I was just going to ask you about that because I'm a huge horror movie fan.
Right.
Huge.
Well, they used to be a horror convention only, but then they ran out of. How many times can you bring in Freddy Krueger
and Kane Hodder
and who the third person killed by Michael Myers, and it's now basically it's a pop culture con now. It has the who's and whatnots. Some of these people you're like, these people aren't dead. I thought that guy died. And he's signing autographs in New Jersey next week.
Barely. And Jeff got to wear his hat.
Jeff's got to wear his hat, yes. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, South Boston Jeff back in the day, if he didn't have his Irish scally cap on and he took a picture with a celebrity, chances are that person did not make it a couple months later.
And, you know, it's a tragedy.
John Ritter didn't have the hat on for John Ritter and a few other people and whatnot.
Right. The guys from The Sopranos, what the hell?
That's right, James Gandolfini.
Yeah.
A couple years later, bye-bye.
And most recently, Wayne Newton.
Well, Wayne Newton hasn't died yet.
Well, Jeff didn't have the hat on.
I know.
The jury is still out.
It's usually, it takes like a couple years for it to kick in.
Fucking jeez.
So because
Wayne, if you're listening, go get a checkup.
Because when we met, what's his name? John Ritter. This was around 2000, 2001, and he died in 2003.
Wow.
Gandolfini was 2009. I think he died in 2011 or 12.
That's spooky as shit.
So if you ever meet South Boston Jeff and he doesn't have his hat on, and if you're a celebrity, it doesn't matter if you're just a nobody,
So tell me more about this chiller.
Well, Chiller is a convention that's been going on in New Jersey since 1990, and it started off as a horror convention, and it just grew into a huge pop culture thing, and they have it twice a year down in beautiful Parsippany, New Jersey.
Okay.
And they have it in a hotel, and it's, we've met some people there that you really literally thought were dead. And,
like who?
Oh, God. Put me on the spot. Okay, do you remember the movie Summer School?
Sure, Mark Harmon.
With Mark Harmon. Remember those two kids that loved horror, Chainsaw and Dave?
Yes.
They showed up at this thing.
You're kidding.
No.
Wow.
So it's like, wait a minute.
We got to load the Restani van up and hit the road and get down to New Jersey.
Parsippany, New Jersey.
Yeah, I can't even pronounce that.
Well, it's
I've been drinking.
It's Sopranos country. Parsippany, New Jersey. It's a fun time going down these things and whatnot.
Well, that's definitely on the agenda.
So you definitely have to. They have it twice a year. They have it in October and they have it in April.
Right.
So probably we'll book the April one for you.
Beautiful.
So it's a good ride. It's a fun ride. We go down with all the autograph hounds. These are the serious Boston collectors that have been doing it since the 70s.
And that's the only way to go, because these Boston collectors know no boundaries.
No, they don't. They've been doing this for 50 years.
Yeah.
And they know all the tricks of the trade. They know people that work at airports.
They get the lowdown quick, and they get the hard to gets.
And they do. I mean, a lot of some big time celebrities that I've met, I wouldn't have met if I didn't know these people and their connections with people at hotels or airports or events and whatnot. So hats off to these crazy boogers.
And in the case of Jeff, no hats off.
No hats off in his case, definitely. But yeah, I'm excited to know that the rundown is going on the road and whatnot.
Yes.
We're near the end of the year. There's only a few Comic-Cons left, but 2024 is the way to go. We're gonna go to all these things. You need to get banners made, and you need to get all this giveaway crap you bring down to these shows.
Yeah, well, and I'm taking the show on the road. If anyone's listening and they're in the southern New Hampshire area or in Massachusetts, at Tafetta in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Don't you put that on a Greek salad?
No, that's feta.
Oh, sorry.
At Tafetta nightclub.
Okay.
A friend of mine is going to be doing a local show with his band, and the name of his band is Mammothor.
Mammothor.
Love his music. A friend of mine, his name is Travis Lowell, and his band strives to deliver the essence of rock with a thunderous heavy metal riffs and guitar shred of the 80s, which round out with passion and versatility of the 90s alternative. Right up my alley.
Right
TC.
up your alley, the retro alley.
I'm going to be live at Tafetta. I'm going to have some podcast and video equipment with me. I'm going to meet the band. We're going to go behind the scenes, tape the show, and that's going to be one of my broadcasts coming up on the Rundown.
On the Rundown. That's going to be fantastic. So is there any other things that you would like to do? See, let's say we're sitting in the boardroom night now. We have Abby here and a bunch of the other creative minds at Restani Productions.
Right.
Where do you want to see the show? I think it was like 5 years down the line. Where do you want to see the show 5 months from now?
In video. I'm going to be honest with you.
In video?
I want to go video. I think starting off on audio was great, but I think once we get a larger following and we start to go on the road a little bit more, I think video would be the way to go for me.
All right, so you want to do kind of what Rhode does on his beautiful podcast,
Sort of.
on his broadcast. I should say podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can do that. We can make that happen.
You know, to start, it could be a mix and match. We could be audio for a few podcasts, and then I could, get some, special events that are video in there, and then eventually take off.
Sure.
So, and, geez, I don't know. You put me on the spot.
Well,
I'm brand new.
We just spent a ton of dough on new lights down here, so we're going to put them to good use, huh?
Well, that's just the thing. I figured we did the studios over, and it wasn't just for me, but I would like to take...
it was not just for you, no.
But I would love to take full advantage of some of that.
So what we need to do is we basically need, a lot of these guests, you're going to have to bring them in through Zoom because they're all over the country.
That's right.
So we could have like a retro set in here in the studio, and we could set up the cameras, and you could be on Zoom interviewing these people.
That's right. You never know where the road is going to take the rundown. I know a lot of local people. You never know where the road is going to take the rundown.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
And that's exactly right. We don't need roads on the rundown. Maybe get some live guests in the studio. Maybe go out on the road and tape them. Do a few field trips.
What you need to do is you need to go to these Comic-Cons
trips
and whatnot. And basically, you need to get some of these pseudo celebrities.
I think that would be great.
And say, hey, this is such and such from Friday the 13th, part 43, and you're watching or listening to The Rundown with CJ.
It'd be perfect. It'd be perfect.
Who would be the all-time awesomest person you would want to have cut a promo for you?
Well, he's dead. So that's over and done with because it would have been Macho Man. But,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved that. Are you kidding me?
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone. Christopher
Lloyd would be great.
Okay, but he's very quiet.
That's okay.
What?
You're listening to the rundown.
What the hell am I saying here? That's what
Any of the cast of Cheers, one of my favorite shows of all time.
Well, Norm does all these conventions.
Let's get Norm to do a voice over for me.
Well, we have to get him to a convention first.
That's right.
But, what's
tons of stuff.
George Wendt. George Wendt is his name.
I could go on and on. There's just so many people I want to meet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which ultimate female celebrity you want to have model your merch?
Scarlett Johansson right now.
Oh, Jeff would be in heaven if you did that.
Scarlett Johansson.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she'll fill out that logo nicely?
Well, yeah. I mean, she's a married woman now.
She's what?
She's a married woman now. So she might not.
So what?
But
in the words of the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, everybody's got a price.
Oh, I guess so. Kate Beckinsale.
Ah, yeah. English broad.
Yes. So I got to think.
Really?
Who would you have?
Right now?
Yeah.
Ooh, well, other than Emmy Rossum?
We all know that.
Sorry, she's on the mind still.
And I can't forget my girl, Erica Laniak. And I've been hounding people on social media and these autograph nuts to find her for me.
I've had my ultimate dream girl actually already cut a promo for the show, Leah Thompson.
Yeah, well, you can't beat that because she's the best.
She's awesome. She took photos with my logo. And then 10 years ago when she was at the Boston Film Festival, she was on the street and I said, can you cut a promo? And she goes, absolutely. And she goes, hi, this is Leah Thompson. You're watching After Hours at TC Restani.
Now, do you think Ali Sheedy would do one for me?
At the show?
Yes.
If it's quiet enough? And if she's in, like I said, I've only met her once, and that was at a bowling alley.
Right,
she was very nice, but that was also 25 years ago.
She's still one of my favorites.
You know what? There's only one way to find out.
We're gonna find out next month.
Out of all of them, I would probably say she would be the one that would probably do it.
Absolutely.
Molly Ringwald may have a little hair across her ass.
Yeah, and I love Molly, but yeah, we all know that.
And Judd Nelson has never done one before, a Comic-Con, so he could be like, really, I can do this? And you know what? Slip him a couple, give him $20 or whatnot. They're all there to make money.
Yeah, this is John Bender, and you're listening to The Rundown.
See, he won't do that.
No,
he won't do that.
I know.
because they'll go, that's a character that I played in a movie.
We own that name.
I that was just a part I played in a movie. I'm really not that person.
That's right.
Okay.
And we love you. We love Judd Nelson.
Judd, don't you forget about me, okay?
And I've got to give a shout out to my daughter. She corrected me a few casts back. We were talking, and I picked my top 5 favorite movies of the 80s, and I simply forgot to mention my all-time favorite, The Breakfast Club, because I got caught up in the commotion with Jeff and all the action movies. So I want to correct that right now, and I want to plead for her her forgiveness by not mentioning that, because I've lost my license to quote that movie at the house now.
Really?
Every time I go to quote The Breakfast Club, the movie, I'm told that I'm not allowed to anymore because I didn't include that in my top 5 list.
What's going to happen when you get someone from The Breakfast Club to promote your show?
Well, we're not going to talk about that, right? Well, that's right. We're going to correct all this. Allie's going to do my voiceover, and it's all going to be a memory.
Okay. I will be there. And with
South Boston Jeff, possibly.
with all the cast members down here.
Oh, we're going to take Quincy too.
Well, he has to.
That's right.
He's going to
He's
meet
meeting
Paul
Paul.
Williams. I didn't forget his name this time.
That's right.
And of course, Ricky Bittman also wants to meet Paul Williams. He's a huge fan of his music, and when he was on Planet of the Apes.
Ooh. And you know who else is going to be there? Harry Hamlin from Clash of the Titans.
That's right. We met him in New York in 2019. Very, very nice guy.
Harry's a super guy,
And
man.
Jeff brought up, what was it like working with Bupo the Owl?
Are you kidding? That was his question.
Yeah, I would have been saying, what's Lisa Rinna's lips like?
Yeah. He worked with Laurence Olivier.
He did.
I mean, come on.
And Burgess Meredith.
Right.
And Bupo the Owl.
And he wants to know how it was with the turn me round.
It's like, excuse me, Harry Hamlin, what was it really like working with the Stygian witches in Clash of the Titans?
Wow, that's one of my favorite scenes.
Give us back the eye.
That and the Medusa scene. Just simply, I can rewind that scene 100 times and just keep watching it over and over.
Well, so you're going to have a blast. Is this like the first Comic-Con you've gone to since the one in 2018?
Yes.
So it's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years for CJ.
It's like an enterprise mission.
Oh, I have to do it.
Right. So
That's right. When is it?
it's going to be the first weekend in November.
Side date.
Yeah. It's going to be on the Sunday. We're going to go down there.
I can't wait.
Sunday. Weather permitting. Let's hope there's not like a random blizzard out of nowhere.
I'm out of my mind. I can't wait to go to this.
Well, you're going to have fun in the Rhode Island Comic Con. We're not plugging it because it's we're on the shill or anything. It's just a good show. But did you hear what happened at the Rhode Island Comic Con a couple weeks ago? Not at the event because it hasn't happened yet.
No.
They were announcing guests for the upcoming show.
Okay.
And somebody must have got lost in translation.
Okay.
When they booked Jeffrey Jones, the actor.
You were just telling me this the other day. What the fuck are they thinking?
All right, for those of you, let's do a retro rewind here. Jeffrey Jones played Principal Rooney in Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
Right.
and he played the crazy doctor in Howard the Duck,
Right.
and he was in Amadeus and whatnot. And Jeffrey Jones had a little run-in with the law in the early 2000s. He's a registered sex offender.
Right.
He had
child porn.
He had child porn on his computer, and he was soliciting a 14-year-old boy to do the naughty.
And we are just reporting the facts.
This is you can go on the computer right now and find out the truth about Jeffrey Jones. We're not making stuff up.
Nope.
But whoever was in the booking room at the Rhode Island Comic Con said, hey, Jeffrey Jones, the guy from Howard the Duck.
And they shouted him out.
And they actually promoted it.
Unreal.
And then social media, like especially on Twitter, X, whatever it is now, were like, are you out of your fucking mind?
That's what I was saying.
It's like, what's the majority of the people that go to Comic Cons? Children.
Yeah, you might get a couple of people in his line that got to get their, copy of Howard the Duck signed.
Well, you know what? That's a necessity, I guess.
My copy of Howard the Duck's going to be signed by Leah Thompson.
Right. And Ed
Not
Gale.
Jeffrey fucking Jones.
And Ed Gale, who was in the duck suit.
Right.
But Jeffrey...
Is he still alive?
Barely, but yeah, he does them. Yeah.
Holy shit.
But it's like, what common sense. All right.
I mean, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. They've got such a stellar lineup, and they get him in there.
That'd be like inviting O.J. Simpson to a marriage counseling session, all right, as a guest speaker. All right. Tonight, you're having marital problems. We have O.J. Simpson in the house, ladies and gentlemen. He knows how to take care of business.
He'll slash that problem.
He'll
soon.
slash those prices down, and your ex-wife if you want to. But that's the same. It's the equivalent of that. It's like, hey, Comic-Con, children come to this dressed in costumes. Let's invite a registered child sex offender.
I mean, what's next? Harvey Weinstein, all that. I mean, come on.
Well, he's in
Bill
jail.
Cosby.
Well, he's a ham and egger too, but
Yeah.
none of those losers will be at Comic-Cons anyway because they're worth millions, if not billions of dollars. Jeffrey Jones hasn't had a job since probably Mr. Rooney in 1986.
No, he's dead ass broke.
Well, he's dead ass, period.
That's right.
And I can just imagine if they went through with this.
No,
the ration of shit.
Oh, so they haven't really finalized.
No, he's no longer on the list.
Oh,
But that doesn't mean that they can't sneak him in and unannounced. Because if that does happen, I'm not saying it does. The Rhode Island Comic Con is a tremendous event, and I have been going to it for over 10 years, and I will continue to go to it. But someone made a faux pas. Someone made a boo-boo.
Big time.
And inviting this guy to come down to the show. Everybody will give him second chances and whatnot. All right. If he held up a liquor store or something like that, sure, we'll give him a second chance. But when you're in your 60s trying to diddle a 14-year-old boy, no one's ever going to forgive you for that, all right? Even the devil is going to have second thoughts about bringing you down there. He's like, no, I don't want no kid touches down here.
Unbelievable.
So, sorry for those people out there who are, and there were people actually bitching about that online saying, I need him on a Howard the Duck poster. Well,
not really.
You can go to cell block 3, I guess, if he gets busted again, and you can get him sign it there.
I'll tell you, though, they got a stellar lineup. Carrie-Anne Moss from The Matrix is going to be there.
Really?
Yes. Carrie-Anne Moss. They've got Brandon Ruth, who played in Superman Returns.
Is it Ruth or Ralph?
I never really know.
See, I like that Superman movie. It had the feel of the Richard Donner films.
This guy's a dead ringer for Chris Reeve.
Well, and you know what? Sometimes even Kevin Spacey, who's another piece of shit, if you squinted, he kind of did look like Gene Hackman in that movie.
A little bit.
So other than the real life thing, that movie wasn't that bad. And of course, they reused the John Williams theme in it. So Superman Returns, okay in my book.
Yeah, I enjoyed the film. I thought it was great. Heather Thomas.
From The Fall Guy.
Yeah, she's going to be there. She's going to be there the same day that Harry Hamlin's
Well, I'm not
there.
the kind to tiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah.
Yeah. Farrah Fawcett, you just don't get better than her.
Well, you do. It's called Jacqueline Smith, but
ooh, well, you're a brunette guy.
So am I. 100%. But okay, getting back to the Heathers. Heather Thomas, Heather Locklear. Who was your favorite growing up?
Locklear.
Yeah, me too.
They have to be Locklear.
She was such a slutty little thing on Dynasty, and she was also the William Shatner sidekick on T.J. Hooker.
Linda Hamilton from The Terminator.
Very nice lady.
There.
No reason why she should be at these Comic-Con. She got $500 million from James Cameron when she divorced him.
Well, she's charging $130 just to meet her.
Guess what? Hi, Linda.
That's about it. LeVar Burton, Star Trek: The Next Generation.
That's right.
Man, Lou Ferrigno, we already talked about
How
him.
you doing? I'm at the Rhode Island Comic Con.
Oh, boy.
Who else is there? Read this list.
Ming-Na Wen from The Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
Molly Ringwald.
I met her. She did Cabaret on Broadway. She was very quiet, but she still signed the autograph.
My girl, Ali Sheedy.
Oh, I loved her in War
Paul
Games.
Williams. Who else we got? Paula Abdul? Really? She must be scraping the bottom of the barrel since
Now,
you
you know what? If she's there, I don't think Emilio Estevez show up. Weren't they married at one point in time?
I don't know. Were they? Randy Quaid.
He's a nut.
He's going to be at the con. Are you kidding?
He's a nut.
Are they going to let him in? He owes a lot of back taxes.
Well, I think that's why he's doing the Comic-Cons, to pay off the taxes.
Yeah, but he's going to be arrested at the door.
He's like 6'8". He's a tall dude.
I'll tell you what other line I'm getting in, and I didn't know he was going to be there. I see him on the list, Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Yes.
From the Sons of Anarchy.
That's correct.
And what's his name just got added to the list from the Sons of Anarchy? The guy who played Jax. What's his name? Charlie Boonen.
Charlie Hunnam.
Him too. He's going to be there.
Him too. Ryan Phillippe's going to be there.
Who's Ryan Phillippe?
You know Ryan Phillippe.
Do I?
Famous actor.
Wasn't she a 7 News reporter? Oh, that was Hank Phillippe Ryan.
That's
Sorry.
right. Seth Green from Family Guy.
Okay.
Who else we got coming? Stephen Dorff.
Who's Stephen Dorff?
He's been in tons of horror movies.
He's not related to Brad Dourif, is he?
I don't think so. And maybe they were a distant cousin.
Could be. You never know.
You know, aside from all these celebrities, tons of... well, Dean Cain's going to be there. He's going to get a lot of shit.
Yeah, Dean Cain.
He doesn't fit. And Wayne Knight.
They're going to say Wayne Newman.
No.
Wait, Newman's going to be there?
Yeah, Newman from Seinfeld. And tons, including Jim Lee and several of the other of the most famous comic book creators and artists will be there.
Unbelievable.
So
it is a packed lineup.
Yeah, for real.
From coast to coast and border to border, and all points in between, all roads lead to the Rhode Island Comic Con.
That's right.
Forget about these ham and egg. Stiffs are going to be there. CJ from the Rundown's going to be there.
I'm going to be there
South
live.
Boston Jeff is going to be there. Quincy Briscoe is going to be there. Ricky Bittman's going to be there. I may even tag along to this.
Right. Amazing. And if you come down, you see me down there, stop and say hello. Be glad to say hi and grab one of my Rundown buttons that I'll have with me.
The Rundown button, huh?
Yeah, I've got button that, speaking of expense, I ordered a bunch of shit.
Now, where do you order buttons?
I don't know. Abby ordered them.
Oh, so I text her right now, but she doesn't respond.
No.
She just had her birthday this week. She responded then when I said happy birthday. So
happy birthday, Abby.
I think she's 26 now.
You know what? That's half my age.
Yeah, me too. So I don't even remember 26, but she's 26 years old now. God bless her. We love Abby down here.
Yes.
She's got merch. She's got you got one of her t-shirts.
Absolutely.
You got some stickers that say OMG Abby.
Hashtag OMG Abby.
That's right. Hashtag OMG Abby. Do you have a hashtag?
I have a hashtag.
What is it?
My hashtag? You mean what is my hashtag on Twitter?
Sure. What is your hashtag?
Rewind your mind.
Rewind your mind.
That's right.
Hashtag
rewind your mind.
Mine is hashtag TC on my TV.
There you go. And you can find that hashtag all over my brand new Twitter page, which is The Rundown CJ. At The Rundown CJ is the new Twitter handle.
It is? No, it's no longer at retro_rundown?
No. People weren't finding it with the underscore. I don't think a lot of people know what an underscore is.
So if you just search the name, it's The Rundown with CJ on Twitter.
That's right.
But the actual Twitter is still at retro_rundown.
No.
It's not.
That's correct.
So you created a new one?
No, I didn't have to. What I did was I just went in, I just changed the name of the show. So it's The Rundown with CJ at The Rundown CJ. But anyone that was already following the Retro Rundown
right
at the older at address is automatically still on my follow list. Nothing got changed.
All right, good. Well, see, I'm up with the technical things on Twitter. I used to have an old Twitter. It used to be at TC Restani, and it got hacked in India back in the day. Hold on for a second here. What are we looking at here?
Just a couple of new followers.
Can I see that follower? Because I want to follow. Who is? Hold on here. Let's see here. Who is that?
I don't know. Just, they're coming out of the woodwork. Since you made me famous, TC, I'm getting all kinds of bots and everything else. So maybe she's a bot.
Well, no, because she has 357 followers. Usually,
that's a hell of a bot.
I'd say some of those things look store-bought. But that's a different story for a different time. Like I said, I got hacked once. I used to have my old Twitter handle used to be at TC Restani, and I got a thing in the I got a DM saying that you're someone in India hacked your account and whatnot. So I had to create that. So now you can follow me on Twitter or X as it is today at After Hours TC.
What was it before?
At TC Restani.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like the new one.
Well, I had to change it, so it was just or I was going to be off the Twitter world.
Those damn Chinese people.
No, it wasn't Chinese. We come from India.
Oh, the Indians.
That's right. They must have too much going on in the Temple of Doom.
Oh,
which is on recently. I just watched it again.
And nothing against those people.
No,
it's
nothing.
The other countries I'm talking about hacking us.
That's right.
So.
It's great. And, I love the social media. I'm always on Twitter. If you ever want to get in contact with me, that's the way to do it.
and because we don't have a what do they call them? A computer guy here that takes care of the security. What do they call those people?
I don't know. Nerds?
No.
We're nerds, but we can call them that. So
anyway,
we're retro nerds and whatnot.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I'm all excited. So we got the rundown merchandise coming out. We got, you're on the road coming up with the show, and once again, I'm proud to produce the program.
I appreciate it. We got another Shakes the Clown episode coming up when South Boston Jeff comes back from vacation.
Exactly. What is the shake? You mentioned that. I know what Shakes the Clown is. It's that stupid movie with Bobcat that Jeff loves. That said it was one of his favorite '80s movies, even though it came out in '91.
Right. We'll see. It's got a double meaning.
Okay.
Well, all right. We did that episode with me, you, and Jeff.
Right.
Shakes the Clown was on that show.
Right.
Okay. And we were clowning around. So now we're just going to shake the clown.
All right. Well,
that's where it came from. Jeff pitched it to me. I thought it was great.
Have you ever heard the expression punch the clown?
I have, but it doesn't have the same impact.
Do you know what it means?
Yes, and I don't know if we can say it on the air.
I'm thinking of Emmy Rossum when I'm punching the clown.
And this is where we take a commercial.
You want to take a commercial break?
Yeah, let's take a quick commercial.
All right, we'll take a commercial break. You want to go punch the clown, I guess.
We'll be right back.
Do you love seafood? Hi, I'm Captain Dave Marciano, and I want to invite you to check out our new website, angelicaseafoods.com. Now you can get fresh local seafood shipped overnight from Gloucester's fishing families to yours. angelicaseafoods.com, the finest, freshest seafood New England has to offer.
From the boat to your door, get Angelica Seafood's premium seafood, sustainably caught and packaged at angelicaseafoods.com.
All right, we're back. I'm CJ. That's TC. We're back with the rundown.
We are initials on this program. You're CJ and I'm TC.
That's right.
It's easy to spell.
It is.
It's easy to remember, too.
We got SBJ.
That's right.
We got TC. We got CJ.
It's we got OMG, Abby.
That's right.
So we're kind of like Letterman. Remember when he was on Sesame Street?
The Letterman, yes.
The guy who's, I'm going to take this C off my chest and write cat.
I do. You know what I used to like? Remember the electric company?
Hey, you guys!
Spider-Man.
Morgan Freeman was on that show.
Unbelievable.
He was.
Is that where he got his start?
It might have been.
Unbelievable.
Quincy Briscoe is a huge Electric Company fan.
Is he?
He actually interviewed June Allen, or not June Allen, June somebody that used to be on the Electric Company many years ago. June Arnold. I forgot what her name was, but whatever. Look it up. I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
Okay.
What the hell did you just give me to drink? What is this?
That is a Polar Seltzer water.
Yeah, but what kind of flavor is this? Is something?
I don't know. What is it? Mango Madness? I have no idea.
Something weird. I usually drink the red grapefruit one.
Okay.
And we're in here. We're in the podcast panel. We have dimly lit lights in here. My eyes aren't the greatest in the world, and I have sunglasses on. So I really can't tell what this is. It's
just read it.
I can't. It's.
Give me the can.
Yeah. What does that say? It's not the red ruby grapefruit. What is it?
It is red ruby grapefruit.
It is?
Yes. Your eyes are going. You got to stop spanking the monkey.
You punching the clown? You know why it doesn't taste like it? Because it's warm.
Ugh. Well, you got to. I went to the fridge. I got a nice cold drink.
I actually found this over on one of the editing desks over here. So God only knows whose drink I just stole this from.
That's probably Bob the intern's drink from lunch.
Okay, it wasn't open or anything. It wasn't like I'm not that sick. But yeah, it's just it's not. It doesn't really taste that great warm.
No. You want me to go get you a cold one?
No. We'll go out after we finish the program down here. But
you know what I miss?
No.
Spooky World.
Spooky World.
Do you remember Spooky World?
Yes.
It's fall. This is my favorite time of year. Horror movies. If anyone knows anything about me, this is like fucking Christmas for me. Halloween decorations, costumes. When I was a kid, I couldn't get enough of horror movies and creature feature, double feature. I live for this time of year.
Spooky World, I first went to 1997 when it was out in Berlin, Massachusetts.
Yep.
And that was the day that myself Jeff and another friend of ours met the infamous autograph collector Mario.
Really?
Mario, my God, I know Mario listens to some of our stuff out there. Mario, if you're listening, we love you. We want to get you back on the program.
Nice.
Mario is one of the most unique individuals. And the first place I ever met him was at Spooky World while he was waiting in line to meet Alice Cooper.
Really? School's out for summer.
Well, he was actually doing, if you see him, come and get away if you can. The man behind the mask. Well,
that's good shit. I met Kane Hodder there.
Really?
Yeah, and I actually got a really good story about Spooky World. So back when I went, I had just met Kane Hodder. He signed a Jason mask for me. And I decided that it was still early in the night, and I was going to take one of those haunted hay rides.
Loved it.
So I got on the haunted hay ride, and it starts off. There's probably about 12 people on the hay ride, and it starts to wind down, and all the characters are coming out of like the corn stalks and stuff, and like the zombies are chasing the cart. And as it goes around one of the corners, there's a girl that's hanging off the back that got on the ride with me, and one of the zombies comes up and grabs her leg, and she starts screaming bloody murder. And we're like, holy shit, this guy's scaring the shit out of her.
Uh-oh.
He drags her off the hayride, TC, and she falls onto the dirt path.
Uh-oh.
And then 3 or 4 more zombies grab her and bring her into the... Now I'm screaming, hey, this fucking girl, oh my God, they just dragged her into the... We get all the way to the end of the ride, and we're like, this girl got pulled off the ride. And the guy sitting next to me, he's like, I seen the whole thing. Yeah, man, I've seen the whole thing. They grabbed her, they brought her in. She's part of the act. Scared the shit out of me.
Oh, it was
part of the act. She come walking up. Yeah.
I was just going to say, did she own Spooky World after this?
Dude, it looked awesome. No, it was so real. I missed that stuff. They had the wax museum. They had all the movie props. They had Robert Englund was there. Kane Hodder was there. A lot of these movie stars that were in the horror movies. The entire atmosphere was like just like being in Halloween Town. It was awesome.
One of the I don't know if you've ever been to the Witch's Woods.
No.
Over in Neshoba Valley.
Is that the one that's got like the clown section, and then they do like the haunted mansion maniac section? And
well, it was kind of similar to like the old school Spooky World.
Okay.
There was a few haunted houses, and you had to walk around the woods.
Because I don't do clowns.
And crazy beings would jump out, like Jason would jump out, or zombies and whatnot. Now I was there with my friend Airwolf Chris, who directs the TV version of the show, and his friend the Ox. The Ox looked like the fat kid from what was that? American History X.
Really?
Okay. Ox was great. Ox had no filter whatsoever, and the Ox always used to pack a fatty of chewing tobacco.
Okay.
So we got on one of these hay rides. And we're on it, having a fun time. Out of nowhere, something jumps up and scares the bejesus out of him. He spits the chew in the dude's face, and the guy's like, "What the fuck?" I'm just acting and whatnot. Ox just didn't give a shit.
Oh.
It scared the crap out of him and whatnot. And but yeah, that's my haunted hayride story with the kid, the Ox. I'll never forget that as long as I live.
I won't forget mine either. I thought the girl got pulled into the corn stalks with these zombies, and she wasn't part of the act. It looked real.
The zombie he spit the chew in broke characters. Like, what the fuck? Well, what do you expect?
Yeah.
You're scaring the shit out of somebody. They may have a knee-jerk reaction, kick you or whatnot. He just happened to spit chewing tobacco in your face.
Right.
So,
you know what? And we're just talking about this. I think I should take the rundown on the road to Canopy Lake to Scream Fest.
Okay, I went there with Jeff and a couple
Did you
other people.
like it?
No, it was lame.
Well, you know what? Maybe you just hit it at a bad time.
It was
I had a blast
we went
last
to
time.
We went through some pirate thing, and it was just
pirates.
Like, it was just like, come on, these aren't scary.
Well, the atmosphere is cool.
You want to be scary? Go to a buffet with Bull Montana.
Yeah.
All right, you've actually gone out with him at the Kowloon.
Well, yeah.
That was pretty
scary. Our friends from Canada were here.
Right.
Sherry will giving you a shout out. But yes, he did order 3 separate orders of chicken fingers.
Of
and
the
I
same
still
thing.
don't understand that.
I'm sure he still has some of those too. It's been almost a year.
Can I get an order of chicken fingers, rice, And order a chicken finger. They wrote it down. They weren't like, buddy, you just ordered chicken fingers.
Another chicken finger.
Yeah.
and
So we had 75 fucking chicken fingers.
right. and he ate probably like 30 of them.
Oh, man.
And it was like,
I'm full. I'm going to take these home.
And he drank the duck sauce from the bowl.
he did, and he picked off of everybody
it was
else's
soup.
plate. He picked it off of everybody else's plate.
Ugh.
It's like, Colonel, all right, I understand.
We love 'em,
Yeah,
but-
of course we love them. But, you're talking about horror story. You don't want to go to a buffet. Ask Airwolf Chris, the director of the TV program, back in 1995-96. He was an intern down here at Restani Productions. He was about 15 or 16 years old.
Okay.
And we had a late night production.
Right.
And the only place open was the Hojo's in Wellington Circle.
Oh, man.
All
Hojo's
right?
again.
It was the Hojo's all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet on the weekends
Okay.
for like $8.
Ooh.
It was, trust me, it was good. So all the club people were there and whatnot, and they all knew Bull. Bull had a weird system at these buffets. He would go up and not get a cornucopia of things to throw on the plate. He went up and got a plate of bacon, finished it off. Then he'd go back and get a plate of sausage and finish it off. And mind you, he was putting 3 links
Just one item.
on a fork at one time. And he couldn't fit in the booth, and he used to sit sideways. And he was taking this fork of sausage, 3 links on it.
Oh, he got his money's worth. You've been here for 4 hours, fat boy.
Oh, he was in here longer than that. And everybody knew him. They loved him. But the thing that was just like, he got, one item at a time, the plate of bacon, the plate of sausage, the runny
Jesus
eggs.
Christ.
The thing of he had a loaf of bread of toast on his plate, all right? Filled with butter and whatnot. And then we were literally there.
So he cleaned the buffet out.
Oh, yeah, a couple times. Easily.
Wow.
Easily whatnot. But you know what? Like I said, they all knew who he was.
I could go for some buffet right now. You got me hungry now.
Well, if we had a time machine, we could go back to the Hojo's in Wellington Circle, but it's no longer there.
No. Does Howard Johnson's even exist anymore?
I think in Canada, maybe. Because the last Howard Johnson's I was at was at the Howard Johnson's in Times Square. And that was
Unbelievable.
easily over 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So I used to love Howard Johnson. I used to like their corn toasties.
You don't. Oh, I remember those.
Those
Yes.
are great.
Yes. They even had orange flavored ones.
Did they?
Yeah.
So
you know what I miss?
Will those be orange toasties?
Yeah, exactly. For people that don't know what the toasty is, it's round like an English muffin, but it's like a corn muffin.
Yeah. They had them in different shapes. You could either get them round or square.
Like the little loaves.
Right. And it was basically cornbread.
Exactly. You could grill them with egg. They were delicious.
Sure. They were awesome.
And they made one that was like an orange flavor. It was good.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I never had that one, but I always just have the corn toasties.
But I used to get the belly buster down at Denny's back when I was eating bad food.
What was the belly buster?
Oh, that came with everything. You got the stack of pancakes. You got the 3 eggs any style, the bacon, the sausage, the toast, the home fries. It's crazy.
We used to go to Bickford's. Remember Bickford's?
Yes.
And they used to have a thing called the 18-wheeler.
you get a free T-shirt with that if you
No,
eat
I don't think it was like the old 96er from the Great Outdoors.
Damn.
But it was the 18-wheeler. I think it had all the items equaled up to 18 things. So you
Truck
had
driver plate.
Yeah, it basically was. I don't know how many you had. 6 things of bacon, 5 things of sausages, eggs, and
man.
it equaled 18. And I remember watching a couple people after we left one of the gentlemen's clubs, and they were completely inebriated. And they got 2 18.
I was going to say, they were all drunk stops, these places.
They got 2 18-wheelers,
Yeah.
and they polished them off.
Sure they did.
So, I mean, I missed
Little
them.
excursion down to Route 1.
Was it Route 1? Yeah. Which one was it? Was it the Cabaret?
The Golden
Was
Banana.
it the Golden Banana? It definitely wasn't the Squire.
That's places. It was always a dive.
It was the Golden Banana because the Cabaret actually had its own buffet, so we would have ate there.
Man, I'll tell you, I went to a show, Golden Banana. Now coming to the stage, Crystal. Girl had on 3-inch spike heels, took a dig around the stairs, and the guy never lost a beat. Now coming to the stage, Shannon, because Crystal was down.
Did I ever tell you the story?
No, but I should. Yeah, I bet you are.
I'm going to
now.
tell everybody now.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
It involves Colonel Bull Montana,
How did I not guess?
the living legend himself.
Okay.
We went to the Golden Banana one night, and we were in there having a good old time, And then the DJ that you mentioned, now coming to the stage, Star. And Bull goes, uh-oh. Takes a napkin and puts it in front of his eyes. And everyone's like, what are you doing? My sister.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
So his sister, who was drop dead gorgeous, by the way. I don't know if Bull was adopted or what.
Did he know she was doing a gig there?
No, everybody knew he knew she was a stripper and whatnot, but he didn't know she was working that night.
Holy shit.
So I guess there was a rule in the Montana household forbidding him to go there.
Well, yeah.
He forgot. He had a little couple, drinking
He
booze.
is the colonel.
He is the colonel. And he took the cocktail napkin and put it in front of his eyes. Oh. She comes out on stage, does her shtick, didn't take her clothes off yet, looks out and screams, Bull, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I didn't know. I forgot what that. And then she's like yelling at her. And the bouncers think there's something like going on. Like, did this guy just charge you on the stage or whatnot?
Jesus.
And the bouncers grab her. Like, leave my fucking brother alone. It's like, what? Your brother? That's your sister? It was a calamity. So long story short, Bull left the building.
Okay.
Until her set was done.
Oh.
He came back in, and she tore him a new one.
Oh, I'm sure.
And basically, all right, last call. We got to get out of here right now because Bull's sister's gonna kill him.
And that was the last time Bull was allowed in there.
And then he found the clubs in Rhode Island.
Oh yeah.
And the clubs in Rhode Island are the greatest clubs in history because they're all friction contact dances down there.
Ah, like the old combat zone in Boston.
Yes, but a lot better than the combat zone.
Well, I'm married, so I can't go down to those clubs anymore.
No, you can't. You can't go down there.
Back in the day before I was married, I frequented them quite a bit.
Did you go to the Glass Slipper?
No.
Naked Eye?
The Naked Eye, yes.
You never saw Bull there. Bull was actually a bouncer at the Naked Eye.
I believe it.
Did I ever tell you the story about what happened to him at the Naked Eye?
No.
Not as good as the story of his sister at the Golden
It's
Banana.
story time tonight on the Rundown. Let's go.
It is. All right. This was back in 1990 something, before they tore the Naked Eye down. Bull was a bouncer there.
Okay.
He worked the door, and he invited me in. Come on in, DC. It's a great place. And it was a fun atmosphere, and I knew some of the bouncers that did.
It was a classy joint.
It was a vintage place.
Right.
Hold on. I got to go sip a sip of this stuff.
I remember it well, though.
So, Bull's at the bar. I'm at the bar with Bull. I don't drink. I'm just sitting there. I think it was Diet Coke I was sucking down at the time. I don't know where we were going after the club, but whatever. And he's sitting there eating chocolate, pounding it.
Knowing he's going to get an 18-wheeler when he leaves.
Or a clam plate somewhere.
Clam plate.
All right? And he's sucking down this chocolate. And then all of a sudden, about 20 minutes later, you hear him go,
The fuck?
like he was having a baby.
What?
And like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm sick to my stomach. He was eating X-Lax. It wasn't chocolate. All right?
Are you kidding me?
God's honest truth.
What is wrong with him? So he shit himself?
No, he was so bound up he couldn't go. And we took him to the New England Medical Center, which is right up the street.
God.
So we get him in the emergency room. All right? And then the doctor comes in and he goes, Mr. Montana. He goes, I may have to ask you a personal question. He goes, yeah. What color is your stool? Bull looks between his legs.
Oh.
And goes, silver.
What the fuck?
The doctor goes, not the seat, not the stool you're sitting in.
Are you kidding me?
God's honest truth.
Oh my God.
And I had to explain to go, Bull, what color is your shit? All right.
Oh man.
So he's
getting absent-minded in his old age. Well, this was a long time ago.
This is 30 years ago.
Oh my geez, always been like this.
This was, how old was he? He was probably, oh my God, early 40s?
It's all those whacks to the head when he wrestled.
Yeah, probably. He was just sitting there pounding. No one, in his defense, it didn't say X-Lax on the chocolate. It was just in a Reynolds wrap container, and he just had pounding it.
Who the fuck had X-Lax out in the open?
God
for
only
people to
knows
take?
in that place. It could have been the bartender. It could have been one of the girls. Who knows?
Would you get slipped a roofie? No, an X-Lax.
You know, are
you kidding?
Yeah, I thought it was Hershey's.
Oh my! Well, he had the Hershey squirts.
Well, he got bound up with that. So that was the greatest story ever. When he looked between his legs, the doctor asked him, "What color is this stool?" And he looks between his legs and goes, "Silver."
Unbelievable.
I love you, Bull. You have made this adventure, knowing you for the last almost 40 years, priceless.
Absolutely. We love you, Colonel. We love you.
And just think, you haven't had much experience with him yet. Just think of the stories that you may have in a couple months if we bring him on the road with us.
And that's just the thing. From what I understand and from my own experience, every time you're with Bull, you do get a story.
Oh, you get it 100% every single time, and you're guaranteed to go someplace and someone knows him.
That's right.
100%. It's just, he's an enigma.
Yeah.
All right.
And he's a Boston Garden legend.
Oh, he is without question a Boston Garden legend.
That's right.
He's the most unique individual I've ever met in my entire life.
Great guy. We love you, Colonel.
I know Colonel's listening out there, and he's probably like, "How come they didn't have me on the show? I could have talked to him about it."
Well, he got emotional last time.
He did. I don't know what that was all about. On my After Hours with TC Restani, the podcast, Quincy left our co-host Quincy let Bull sit in for him, and you were there. You were actually you were promoting the rundown, the first episode.
He was quite sad,
and I don't know why the guy is just upset about things. It's just he's just a colonel, I guess.
He's very emotional.
He is, and he's hungry, and he wanted, and he wanted
plate.
And he wanted a clam plate, and he wanted X-Lax, and
where can you get the best clam plate in Boston, TC? Where do you think you can?
Okay, all right. I cannot eat this stuff anymore because of my heart condition, but I was a connoisseur
of the fried clam.
Of the fried clam.
All right,
all right.
One of my favorites.
All right. So let me think here. Growing up, I would say that probably the greatest fried clam I had was, at the time, back in the 70s and the 80s.
Wow.
Was Kelly's roast beef on the beach.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
That was fantastic.
Okay. And
then what was that restaurant that they closed after 100 years in Boston? Was the European?
Oh, yeah.
They had amazing fried clams.
There's a little place over on East Boston on Bennington near Winthrop.
Okay. Is that Belle Isle?
Belle Isle.
Yeah.
Belle Isle Seafood.
Right down the street from where Bull lives, by the way. There's a place in Wakefield, Massachusetts called Philly's Famous Roast Beef. Fantastic clams. But I had a friend who worked in the clam industry.
Okay.
And he goes, dude, all the clams are the same. They all come from the Ipswich Shellfish Company.
Right.
On the North Shore. They all come from there. It's just the grease that they're cooking it in. It makes the taste a little bit different, and their tartar sauces are a little different.
And Kelly's has the best tartar sauce.
Oh, I love the Kelly's tartar sauce. Dipping even the onion rings in it.
Yeah,
is one of the greatest things of all time.
I think that's where we're going after the show.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
We're not gonna go to Kelly's on the beach. It's kind of far, but
well, and it's I don't know,
and it's cold,
and there's nowhere to sit.
Unless you want to go take it out to sea and whatnot. But I would have to say fried clams, and you really can't go wrong in the North Shore of the Boston area.
No,
there are fried clams everywhere. We know they come from the same company, but anywhere you want to go, you're probably going to get a great fried clam.
Absolutely, we make the best right here in New England.
Oh, what? Because we invented the fried clam.
That's right.
I mean,
and chowder.
See, now, do you like chowder runny or thick?
Thick.
It has to be thick.
Absolutely. Runny is not clam chowder.
You want that spoon sticking up inside that chowder.
If it doesn't, you've got Dinty Moore.
It's like
canned.
It's like canned stew.
Nose.
It's canned stew when you have it really thick.
Have to.
It's like gravy.
More clams, less potatoes.
I agree.
Yes,
I agree. I don't like the bacon in the clam chowder.
Not a bacon fan.
I just like the clams, the potatoes, and the onions.
That's it.
That's it, and the cream.
That's it. That's a New England clam chowder.
That's it.
Chowder.
Chowder
with an H.
So listen, if you're listening out there and you want to come up and visit us in the Boston area, you can take us out for fried clams. We'll show you all the places, but you know what? You're paying for it.
That's right.
They're ridiculous what they charge now. Have you seen some of these prices?
Yeah. I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, I took my parents out to grab some seafood, and my mother and father ordered a fisherman's platter, which was $30. $30. And I mean, you'd have to go down to Charlestown to the Mount Vernon to get twin lobsters for anything less than $20.
I love the Mount Vernon.
Yes.
They had, I used to go to Mount Vernon every Friday.
Good stuff.
Back in the day.
Good stuff.
And the twin lobster special was always great. It was only like $20 or something.
$20.
And their fried clams were great.
Yep.
And their steamers were outstanding.
Yep.
And their onion blossom was even. No wonder I had open heart surgery. All this shit I used to eat down there.
Mom, me too. Before I lost all this weight and cut back on all that stuff, but I could go for fried clams.
You could go for but you have to mortgage your house now to get them.
Yeah, $30. It's crazy.
Now I used to
Fish and chips when I was a kid was $6.
I hate when people go to these fish places and they get the clam strips, not the bellies.
No, that's not a clam.
That's not a clam.
That's part of the clam.
That's just a tail.
Yeah,
You
you
just
gotta have the
basically-
belly, and the bigger the better.
There's no seafood taste in the tail.
None.
None.
You ever bite into it, you get a little bit of the sand.
Oh, the sand.
The best.
That me. See, if you're outside of the New England area, you have no idea what we're talking about. These guys are talking about eating sand. No. It's not filled with sand.
No.
It's just a little piece of sand that the clam woofed down.
Yeah.
And it gives
it's great.
It gives it a little crunch.
Oh, it's delicious.
And it's, you spit this, you spit the clam, the sand out, but
I mean, there's even like one of the broadcasters, Don Arcillo, who used to do play-by-play for the Boston Red Sox. He still orders it. He's in San Diego now. He's got a new gig with the San Diego Padres baseball club. He still orders his lobsters from the Cape or Maine and has them shipped overnight to his house out in San Diego. He said, no place like New England does the best seafood.
No.
None.
Not at all.
Lobsters, fried food.
it is the best.
We have the best.
I mean, Baltimore does a great crab cake. I'm not going to say they don't.
Never tried it.
That's what they're known for.
Okay.
But from Connecticut up to Maine,
Right.
we're the seafood capital of the universe.
Absolutely.
That's why Wicked Tuna, the show's right out of Gloucester, for crying out loud.
That's right. Are we going to have him on the show?
I hope Captain Dave out there. Well, once Abby makes the phone call,
I want to talk to Captain Dave.
he'll be down here in about 2 seconds. He loves Abby.
We got to get him down here.
We have to.
Absolutely.
Maybe he can get some fresh. Well, it's one of
Wicked tuna.
Well, it's one of our sponsors, AngelicaSeafood.com.
That's right.
The fresh seafood from delivered from the Gloucester front door to your front door anywhere in the continental United States.
And we appreciate your sponsorship.
Visit AngelicaSeafoods.com.
Delicious.
Now I want seafood.
Me too. And I think that's what we're going to do.
We got to wrap this show up now. I guess we got to go get ourselves some clams or something.
That's right. So thanks everybody for listening. I'm CJ. He's TC. You've been listening to The Rundown.